I am very happy to introduce this video lecture as a part of Faculty of Arts and Science, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. Myself, Dr. D. Krena Hanirex, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science, Faculty of Arts and Science, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. My course name is Web Technology. My specific topic is Basic Web Concepts. As a first step, let us see some of the basic terms under web or internet. Like what is network, what are the types of network, what is internet, what is client and server, what is web server and browser, web page, website, etc. First, let us see what is computer network. A computer network is a system of interconnected computers and peripheral devices over a digital interconnections for the purpose of sharing the resources using a set of common communication protocols. We are having three types of network. The first one is local area network, LAN. Second one is metropolitan area network, MAN. And the third one is wide area network, WAN. First, let us see what is local area network. Here the systems are close to each other. They are arranged in one office or in one building. These systems may contain printer, server and several other computers. Organizations often have several LANs within a campus. And the second type of network is metropolitan area network. It is nothing but a large network that connects different organizations. These organizations may share resources. A metropolitan area network is a type of network which serves a large geographical area between 5 to 50 kilometers in a range. The following is an example of metropolitan area network which connects several other LANs such as hospital LAN, school LAN, college LAN, factory LAN within a city. They may share some resources within these local area network. This type of network is nothing but a metropolitan area network. And the third type of network is wide area network, WAN. Here, two or more LANs are connected over a large geographical area. These LANs are connected through the phone lines or through the satellite. Next, what is internet? Internet is a specific interconnected network that connects computers all over the world using a common standard protocols. Internet is a collection of networks that connect millions of computers related with businesses, government agencies, educational institutions and individuals. Next is client. What is client? Client is nothing but a software that resides on the remote machine, communicates with the server, fetch the information from the server, process the information and then display that information to the user on a remote machine, which is called a client. Server. Server is a software that distributes the information and the machine where the information and software reside is called the server. Web server. Web server is a specialized software that responds to client requests by providing resources such as web pages or documents. So this web server is based on the client server model. When the user enters a URL in the web browser, it requests a specific document from the web server. It maps the URL to the server, then the server returns the document to the client. All these transfer of information is communicated through the Hypertext Transfer Protocol for transferring requests and files over the internet. Next is the browser. What is browser? A browser is a software application for accessing information on the World Wide Web. When a user requests a web page from a particular website, the web browser retrieves the necessary content from the web server, then displays the page on the user device. We are having different types of browser like Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, Microsoft Internet Explorer, Apple Safari, Opera. These are some notable browsers nowadays we are using. Next is website. What is a website? Website is a collection of pages on the World Wide Web, www, and typically they are residing on the same server. What is URL? URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. It specifies the unique address which identifies a resource on the internet. www. www is nothing but World Wide Web, which means we use to access information over the internet. A web page is nothing but a document or resource. World Wide Web, commonly known as the web, is a system of interlinked hypertext or hypermedia documents accessed via the internet. It is proposed by Tim Berners-Lee. Internet search engines. Internet search engine is an application which helps the users to locate the websites containing useful information and references. Suppose if you want to search information, the user has to type the corresponding description of information in the search engine. The search engine then searches the requested information from the World Wide Web and returns the result to the user. This is an example. So this is one Google search engine. In that, suppose if you want to search anything, so we have to specify the searching name of the document. So here we mention Java features. Then it fetches all the information from the server. All the documents related to that, it will be displayed under that. What are the uses of internet? It can be used to send an email, can be used to write a blog, for chatting, then for sharing some information in the social network sites, for video conferencing, then a news group, then for the purpose of e-commerce, we are using the internet. Let's just see one by one. The first one is email. Email is a rapid and productive means of communication. It is faster than paper mail. Unlike telephone, using an email, we can communicate a message very fast. It can be stored in a computer and can be easily edited using editing programs. Second one is the blog. Blog is an abbreviation of weblog. It is used to describe a website usually maintained by an individual. A blog features remarks, comments, description of events, etc. Entries are usually displayed in the reverse chronological order, which means what we mentioned at the last will be displayed first. It allows us to interact with readers interested in the same topic. And the third one is chatting. Internet provides the facility to exchange the messages in online with people all over the world. So it can be done through the chat rooms or instant messaging. A chat room is a virtual room where a real-time online conversation takes place between many computer users. Instant messaging is a real-time online communication with a selected group of people. For example, WhatsApp, chat on, Gtalk are example of instant messaging communication. Next is the social networking sites. Social networking sites or SNS are used to build online communication to share ideas, activities, events, and exchange files and pictures. Facebook, Orkut, Twitter are the examples of social networking sites. These sites are used by the people almost every day for chatting, playing games, and staying connected with each other. Next is the video conferencing. Video conferencing is a live telecommunication between two or more people at different locations. It is like a face-to-face meeting. It usually involves audio, video, as well as the data. What are the devices required for video conferencing? Webcam, microphones, speakers, visual display, user interface, and control system. Next important usage of internet is news group. A news group is an online discussion group that allows people to interact on a particular topic. Unlike an email message, a news group message can be posted by anyone. They can start the discussion, post the message, and respond to the postings by others. For example, if a news group provides the services to exchange information about current affairs, it will have all the postings related to it. So the following is one of the example of news group, Microsoft Outlook Express News. E-commerce is the next usage of internet. E-commerce, also known as electronic commerce, is a very important service provided by the internet for financial transactions. So using this, anyone can purchase the goods and sold from anywhere in the world through e-commerce. So online banking, trading of stocks, ticket booking, etc. also comes under e-commerce. The mode of payment for such transaction is either through the credit card or debit card or net banking. So the famous online shopping market leaders are Amazon.com and eBay.com. So these are the advantages of internet. Next is the protocol. Protocols are agreed formats or standards for transmitting data between the devices. We are having different type of internet protocols. The important protocols are TCP/IP, Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, that is HTTP, File Transfer Protocol, FTP, then Electronic Mail Protocols such as IMAP, POP, SMTP. IMAP stands for Internet Message Access Protocol and POP is nothing but Post Office Protocol. SMTP stands for Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. These protocols define some standards for transmitting data between the devices. The first one is Transmission Control Protocol, TCP. This protocol ensures the delivery of information packets across the network. Second protocol is Hypertext Transfer Protocol, that is HTTP. This protocol is used to access, send, receive hypertext markup language files on the internet. We can transmit HTML files between the devices over the internet. So this HTTP protocol ensures the standards while transmitting the files between the devices over the internet. Next is the Internet Protocol. This protocol is responsible for providing logical addressing called IP address to route information between the networks. So using this protocol, it route the packets between the various network devices. Next is the Mail Transfer Protocol, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, SMTP. So it is used for transferring email between the computers. File Transfer Protocol, FTP. It is responsible for allowing file to be copied between the devices. Next is the scripting languages. What is scripting languages? A new style of programming language different from system programming languages are called scripting languages. So a single statement in a scripting language can execute huge number of machine instructions. These scripting languages are typeless. They can build complex algorithms as well as the data structures. Using these scripting languages, one can create dynamic web pages, change the web page based on the user input. So that's why we are preferring the scripting languages while developing the web pages. We are having two types of scripting languages. The first one is server-side scripting language. Second one is client-side scripting language. So server-side scripting language can use huge resources of the server. All the processing are happening in the server side. only the result page will be sent to the client. It reduces the client-side computation overhead. In contrast, client-side scripting language does not involve server processing. Complete all the application at the client side. The client browser executes only at the client side locally. It can add the functionality to the web pages such as changing the menu style, graphic displays, dynamic advertisements. All these can be easily implemented using the client-side scripting language. Let us see some of the scripting languages. The first one is Active Server Pages, that is ASP. It is server-side scripting language. It is developed by the Microsoft company. It is easy to connect to the database, Microsoft database, but it runs only on Microsoft servers. So ASP is the server-side scripting language. And the next is the Perl. Perl is one of the oldest Unix type of language, but it is also found in all Windows and Linux servers. But it can handle text manipulation task. It is best fit for web scripting language. Next scripting language is PHP. PHP stands for Hypertext Preprocessor. It is especially good at connecting to MySQL database. It's a very popular language. It runs on Unix and Windows operating system. Here HTML is embedded within the scripting language. So this syntax looks like C, Java and Perl. It generates dynamic content and good user interface. This PHP is nothing but a server-side scripting language. Next is the JSP, Java Server Pages. It is developed by the Sun Microsoft Systems. It uses the Java coding, provides server-specific framework like Microsoft ASP. CGI is another scripting language, Common Gateway Interface. It provides a server-side solution, but it needs a separate instance of application for each web request. It allows direct interaction with the users. Next scripting language is ASP.NET. It is a server-side technology to create faster, reliable and dynamic web pages. It supports .NET framework languages like C#, VB.NET, JScript.NET. It provides flexibility to design and develop, as well as the designers and the developers to work separately. Next scripting language is VBScript. It is Microsoft scripting language. It's a client-side scripting language. It is very easy to learn. It includes the same functionality of the Visual Basic. Next is the JavaScript. It's a client-side scripting language. It is easy to use the programming language. It enhances the dynamic and interactive features of the web page. So using this, we can perform various calculations, interactive games, and add some additional efforts such as graphical selections, and we can give security passwords, etc. Next is the advantages of client-side scripting. It allows for more interactivity, perform actions quickly without going to the server. All the operations are carried out at the client side. It may be easier to use for those browsers which does not support scripts. Next is the disadvantages of the client-side scripts. If the user's browser is out of date, the website will not be displayed. This is one of the disadvantages of the client-side scripting languages. Not only that, it is not secure because anyone can look at the code in the page source. And some browsers will disable the active content and tell the user they may be harmful. It will not open that web page. So these are the disadvantages of the client-side scripting languages. Next is the advantages of server-side scripting. User does not need to download plugins like Java or Flash. It is quicker to load than client-side scripting. User is able to include external files to save the coding. Scripts are hidden from view, so it is more secure. Users only can see the HTML output. These are the advantages of server-side scripting. Next is the disadvantages of server-side scripting. The script can be used by attackers to access the server by changing the URL. So system administrators must keep all server-side scripting updated and use an application of firewall to prevent this type of attack. Second is the scripting software must be installed on the content management system tools in order to store the dynamic data. These are the disadvantages of server-side scripting. Next is the difference between client and server-side scripting. In the client-side scripting, server's code is visible to the user. In the server-side scripting, source code is not visible to the user because its output of the server is a HTML page. Second difference is in the client-side scripting, it depends on the browser and its version, but the server-side scripting does not depend on the client side. Third difference is client-side scripting runs on user's computer, but the server-side scripting runs on web server. In the client-side scripting, there are many advantages like less response time, more interactive applications we can create. But in the case of server-side scripting, the primary advantage is ability to highly customize response requirements and the access rights for security based on the user. And the next difference is client-side scripting does not provide security for data, but the server-side scripting provides more security of data. And next difference is the client-side scripting is a technique used in a web development in which scripts run on the client-side browser. But the server-side scripting is a technique that all the scripts are running on the web server. Some of the examples of client-side scripting are HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and some of the examples of server-side scripting are PHP, Python, Java and Ruby. These are the differences between the client-side and server-side scripting languages. So when we compare these two, server-side scripting language is more secure than the client side, but the client side is faster than the server side. Let us see one of the example of JavaScript client-side scripting language. The following example is to check the given number is positive or negative. We know well HTML consists of two parts, head part and the body part. So the corresponding JavaScript coding should be included in the head part. Then within the head, the title of the program is given as a check number. Then we have to mention script language is equal to JavaScript. So within that we have written one function, that is check number. In the check number we are getting the number from the user. Variable n1 is equal to prompt enter any number. So it shows that one window and it displays the message enter any number. So if we enter the number greater than 0, then it displays the message the number is positive. Suppose if we give the number less than 0, then it displays the message using the alert dialog box the number is negative. Otherwise the number is mentioned as 0. Then we have to close the script tag. So this is the JavaScript coding that we have embedded within the HTML head part. Then after that within the body part we have to invoke the function. So in the body part we are using one tag, input tag, in order to initiate the event. So input type is equal to button, value is equal to check positive or negative. That is, we are having one button. In the button at the top we are having the value check positive or negative. When you click that button, the corresponding event will occur, that is on click is equal to check number. So when you click that button, at that time the corresponding function check number function will be invoked. Then in the check number function what we have given, if the condition is greater than 0, the number is positive. If the number is less than 0, then the number is negative. If it is equal to 0, the number is 0. Then we have to close the body part, then HTML part. This is one example of JavaScript client-side scripting language to check whether the given number is positive or negative. Next is the output. So you display one button, check positive or negative. When you click this button, the corresponding check number function will be invoked. Then it display one prompt message, enter the number. If you enter the number negative, then it display the message, alert message, the number is negative. That is, it display one window message, the number is negative. If we enter the positive number, it display the alert message, the given number is positive. That is based on the user input, it display the message whether the given number is positive or negative. So this is an example of JavaScript client-side language which check whether the given number is positive or negative. So far we discussed about the basic internet or web concept. What are the basic terms in internet? What is network? What are the different types of network? Client, server, web server, search engine, browser. What is URL? What are the advantages of internet? Then what is protocol? What are the different types of protocol? What is client-side scripting languages? Server-side scripting languages? What are the advantages of these two? What is the difference between these two? With the best example we discussed so far. Thank you for watching this. Have a nice day. Thank you.